secure and reliable communications, high data rate 10 and 100 MB bus, flexibility for future developments of system architecture, and less wiring are all advantages of.
Great job! Avionics Data Communication Network is the accurate answer.
What converts non-affix data, coming from conventional LUS, into affix data used within the Avionics Data Communication Network and vice versa?
Solid response. Input-output module is a valid choice.
Which component in the A60 Avionics is used for providing precise heading information based on the Earth's magnetic field?
Bravo, flux valve is the answer. All of the electronic devices and systems which perform individualized functions used on any aircraft are called dash.
Strong choice. Avionics system is the right answer.
CPMs and IMs on an A380 system are considered to be.
Right choice. Avionics full duplex switched Ethernet is the best answer.
Which system in the A60 Avionics is used for encrypted communication with troops on the ground or other aircraft?
You got it. Your choice telephone satellite is right.
What integrates shared memory and computing resource to execute independently its hosted avionics applications?
Smart pick. CPM is the correct choice.
Which system in the A60 Avionics is used for determining the direction of an AM radio station on the ground?
Oh. Good thinking. ADF is the right answer.
Which component in the A60 Avionics is used for determining the speed over the ground and angle of drift?
Valid point. Signal data converter is true.
Which system in the A60 Avionics is used for global positioning and locating the aircraft on the ground?
Correct response. Global positioning system is the most accurate answer.
Data from standard avionics components that is handled internally by the MAO is done via which component?
Oh. Well done. Nick is the right choice.
Which component in the A60 Avionics is responsible for identifying Air-1s as friend or foe?
Nice selection. Radar receiver transmitter is the correct and valid answer.
What is the difference between avionics on commercial aircraft and military aircraft?
Excellent choice. Military aircraft have simpler avionics is the right answer.
How can avionics be used to monitor the condition of aircraft engines in real time?
On track. By analyzing engine data continuously is the correct answer.
How can avionics help in overcoming bad weather conditions during the flight?
Sharp thinking. By changing the flight route is the right choice.
What is the relationship between aircraft modernity and the avionics system?
Well reasoned. Modern aircraft have sophisticated avionics is the correct choice. What is the limitation of built-in test equipment in avionics systems?
Correct. They cannot perform self-tests on themselves is the right answer.
What is the primary function of the flight cell DZM2 in the A60 Avionics?
Perfect. To enable satellite telephony is the correct choice.
What is the primary function of the Doppler system in the A60 Avionics?
Well picked. To calculate ground speed and drift angle is the correct answer.
What is the function of the command instrument set in the A60 Avionics?
You're right. To process navigation signals from VOR and Doppler is the correct answer. What are the primary components of an aircraft electrical system?
Clear logic. Your choice generators, batteries, distribution systems, and electrical loads is sound and 100% true.
What are the common maintenance practices for aircraft avionics?
Excellent. Regular inspections, testing, troubleshooting, and calibration of electronic components is a brilliant choice.
What does the term pitot static refer to in avionics systems?
Good job. Your answer, air pressure measurement, works well here.
What is meant by the in-flight entertainment system in avionics?
Smart move. Aircraft entertainment system is an accurate answer. What is the function of the communication system in avionics?
Nice work. You chose communicate between aircraft and it is correct.
What is the purpose of the VOR system in the A60 avionics?
Right again. To navigate using very high-frequency signals is a valid answer.
What is a primary benefit of using digital avionics systems?
You chose enhanced situational awareness and improved system integration. And it is correct.
What is meant by the inertia navigation system in avionics? Exactly. Inertia-based navigation system makes sense, and it is right choice. AFTEX technology, such as quadrax cables, is used to connect. Great thinking. CPIOs and IMS is the right choice. What is meant by air-to-ground communication in avionics?
Nicely done. Communication between aircraft and land is a solid answer.
What is the majority of aircraft power used in avionics?
Perfect. 1428 VDC and 400 has a 115 VAC is the correct choice. How does avionics contribute to improving flight safety?
Right again. By increasing aircraft control is a valid answer.
What is the role of the autopilot system in avionics? Good thinking. Control the aircraft automatically is the right answer. What is meant by flight control system in avionics?
Well done. Aircraft control system is the right choice.
How can avionics affect aircraft fuel efficiency? You got it? Your choice by optimizing the flight route is right. What is a typical use of DC power in aircraft? Well picked. Powering avionics and emergency systems is the correct answer. What is meant by the TICAS system in avionics?
Valid point. Anti-tall aircraft system is true. How is avionics used to entertain passengers? Smart pick. By providing entertainment during the flight is the correct choice.
What is a magnetometer? On track. A device that measures magnetism is the correct answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Great job. Contact Narayan Chengda is the accurate answer.